Hey, what's up everybody? This is Chicken Possible with Rewards Hunter, back with part 4 of the Venba series. So this is the series where we work on unlocking all of the achievements in this game and a bunch of Microsoft Rewards points along the way. If you haven't watched parts 1 through 3, those will be linked in the description as always, so you can get caught up and grab the achievements that we previously grabbed in this game. And the achievements that we're going to work on today, we'll be getting 3 different ones as usual, and I'll be breaking the video up into 3 separate parts so that you can skip around and grab the Earn an Achievement in Game Pass quest on 3 separate days and grab the 5 points for that on every day. And as always, if you want to work on these, you should be working towards the 625 points for all of the monthly quests. So the 3 achievements will help towards those and help to get some of those dailies out of the way. So let's go ahead and get started in Venba. We're going to take a look on the achievement tracker. You should be at 9 out of 15 achievements so far. The last achievement that we got was for taking stock for finishing the chicken rasam. And the next one we're going to work on today is going to be going through part of another recipe. So we're going to go ahead and continue from where we left off last time. And we're going to be working on an achievement for making a recipe without chilies. And of course, we're going to be trying to do it perfectly without making any mistakes, as always. And we're also going to be sure to click on the flavor texts when those are available. So you have a little bit of a cutscene here before the first recipe gets started, and you'll have to page through the dialogue a little bit. But as soon as the recipe is ready, we'll go ahead and start putting that together here. So I'm going to skip ahead just a little bit here, but as always, we've got the music playing in the background, and this time Kevin and Venba are going to work on making the recipe together. So we'll see some instructions from Venba appear on screen here, but we are going to start by putting the water on the stone. And before we do that, actually, let's go ahead and make sure that we get the flavor text. So let's press A a couple of times to get through the dialogue. And then as soon as you see that little marker appear at the bottom center of the screen, we're going to press Y to get the flavor text that's available in this first part of Chapter 7. So let's go ahead and press Y here, and then we'll go down to About Dosas and press A, and then we'll page through the information about dosas. So that's our flavor text for this first stage of the recipe. And now we can go ahead and grab that water at the left and put that onto the stone. And then we're going to reduce the heat at the lower right. We're going to place some of the batter onto the stove. And then we're going to spread it around. So you're just going to use your left stick and just kind of keep rotating clockwise. And eventually the batter will spread out and be ready to have some toppings put on top of it. All right, now we're going to put some oil on, so get that from the right side. Next, we'll turn the stove temperature up to high. And then we're going to get the dosa flipper, the little spatula thing here, and use that on the dosa to flip it over. And then you'll also use the flipper one more time to grab it and put it onto the plate. So that's pretty much the end of the first section of the recipe here. So we'll move on to the second section, and we're going to have another flavor text to grab right here. So this is the one where we're going to add some toppings, but we're going to be sure not to put the chilies in it. So let's press Y to get to healthier modifications. So we'll page through that using A, and now we can go ahead and pour the water on like we did last time. And we're going to reduce the heat like we did last time. We'll put some batter on, and we'll need to spread it out again, just using the left stick and rotating clockwise. So now when we get to the topping section, we're going to use the ghee, which is like the oil that we use in this section. So that's on the left-hand side, kind of looks like a bowl of butter there. So grab that and put that on. And then we're going to add all of the toppings. So I'm just going to go around and choose the onions from the top left. I'm going to use the carrots from the lower left, the idli powder from the upper right, and do not use the green chilies. So now we're going to turn the stove up to high, and then we're going to use the dosa flipper to flip it over again. And then we'll use the dosa flipper one more time to put it on the plate. So as long as you did not add the chilies there, then you should get the achievement for making the, I'm not sure exactly how to say this, Oothappammm without the chilies. So there is our day 1 achievement right there. So as always, I'm just going to press the menu button and go down to quit, and that'll be our day 1 achievement. So for our day 2 achievement, we are going to continue our game, and we're going to finish up the 3rd section where we're working on the dosas. So this is going to be very similar to what we did in the first 2 sections of this, and we're just going to use some slightly different ingredients. Also, do make sure that you get the last flavor text here. We're going to press Y here and go to what does curry mean, and that's going to be our flavor text for this part 3 of the dosa recipe. So we'll just keep pressing A to page through that, and then we'll work on the last dosa. So grab some water and put it on the stove as always, and then we're going to reduce the heat at the lower right. We're going to put some batter on, and again, we're just going to use the left stick and rotate around clockwise to spread it out and make sure it covers up the surface here. All right, so we're going to add the ghee at the lower left first, and spread that around the edge, and it just automatically spreads around the edge for you there. We're going to add the beaten eggs at the lower right. We're going to add the curry next, which is the sort of meat-looking substance at the upper left. We're going to add the coriander on the right, the leaves there. And we're ready to cook it, so let's turn the stove up to high. And we're going to use the dosa flipper to flip it over. Once it's flipped, we'll use the dosa flipper one more time to go ahead and plate it. And that is pretty much the last part of this recipe. That's the last recipe in the game. So we should go ahead and get 1 achievement just here in a moment as we get into the cutscenes. Don't go too far into the cutscenes or you'll end up getting multiple achievements here. But just get started here, and we should get the achievement for Queen of the 6 Tastes for completing every recipe without messing up once. So let's go ahead and hit the menu button, and we're going to go down to quit to make sure that we don't get any more achievements right there. So that'll do it for our day 2 achievement. And then for our day 3 achievement, we're going to go ahead and continue, and we're basically just going to keep paging through the rest of the dialogue and the rest of the cutscenes to finish up the game. So this is the ending of the game, but if you're like me, you're still probably missing 3 achievements after this one. So we'll go ahead and finish up, like I said, just keep paging through and see the end of the game here. But basically we've got 3 more achievements that we're going to work on next week. You probably haven't gotten the achievement for the flavor texts yet, so we're going to get that one. And here's our day 3 achievement, Fermented Feelings, for finishing up the dosas. So we've successfully gotten that one today, but a few more to collect. There's a second achievement that's tied to getting all of the flavor texts, so we're going to go back and grab one missing flavor text that we saved for the very end. And then we are going to go back and sort of redo one of the recipes in a slightly different way. So we use the chapter select to go around and finish up those last few achievements next time. So I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward through the end of the game here, but basically this is the ending to the game, so feel free to watch through this and enjoy the ending to the game. But that's pretty much it for part 4 of Venba. So like I said, we'll be back in 2 weeks with the last few achievements in the game, and we'll get everything wrapped up and get those last few points that we can get out of this game. So thanks so much for watching, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next part of the Venba series. And as always, if you're looking for even more easy achievement guides every week, I do publish those for channel members here that help to support the Rewards Hunter channel here on YouTube. So click on the join button if you haven't already joined and you're interested in getting even more of those guides every week. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you found that video helpful, please be sure to click the subscribe button here on YouTube and hit the bell for notifications. You can also find some helpful links in the description if you want to stay connected. Stay tuned for more Microsoft Rewards and achievement guides, and I'll see you in the next one.